Okay, this is an upload of a game I played against Olaf in Masters. Olaf, I'm not sure it's typically considered that difficult of a matchup. And he can take all sorts of runes. He can take Ghost Flash like he did in this. He can take Ghost Ignite. He can take Exhaust Ignite. He can take Flash TP. He can take Ghost TP. Pretty much anything you could be up against, but it normally goes the same way, to be honest. In this particular lane, we're setting up with a tentacle here, but you can always set up here and try and fight level 1. I know it sounds ridiculous to do that against Olaf, but you'll see it's not. It's fine. Okay, so I'm cognizant he's gonna try and zone me level 1. And my entire thinking here is, even if I'm not gonna kill him level 1, I'm gonna trade really hard on him. He's caught in two minds basically. He has to try and kill the tentacle, otherwise he can't win the trade. But he also has to auto me, otherwise he can't win the trade. So it's pretty hard for him. I mean, he just can't do anything. Yeah. I don't know what to say. This is just the advantage of playing with stormraiders. He just can't leave. Once he's decided to commit, he has to fully commit. He cannot ever decide to leave, because I will just absolutely dog him down. So he just dies. I mean, it's difficult to play from this point for him, but still. So yeah, because the wave is in an even state, my plan is just to take creeps like normal, just not push. It means that he loses a substantial portion of the wave, which means that now he's going to be down a lot of EXP, maybe even a whole level of EXP, I'm not sure. And he's also down Flash. See, I'm level 3 when he's level 1, this is really bad for him. We're just looking to poke with W and Q since we're gonna stat check him now, since we just have level advantage. And obviously I'm taking Scorch in this lane, so, you know, every little poke I do adds a little extra bit of damage here. Yeah, just trying to poke in the Q, we get Scorch him again. It's 17-3. A pretty typical, obviously, top lane setup. You know, 17-3 in CS, just very normal. This is definitely, definitely very typical. No, we're absolutely stomping him. We can just get a Q off there, yeah. I mean, look how much damage we do. It's unbelievable. It's just a single Q, 2 points in Q, and we're basically taking a third of his HP away. It's pretty unplayable for him. If he wants to try, I mean, there's nothing he can do here. He can try and push, but this is just very, very, very hard for him. I could miss my E and kill him here. It wouldn't really be very difficult. I just actually don't know what he's trying to do here. Like, genuinely, I'm just confused. He dies. I guess he just felt like he just didn't want to live on this earth anymore. What can I say? But he has nothing to do either way. He's just gonna lose so much CS. He's going to die a lot. His jungler comes. He likes being bullied too. He wants to get bullied as well. It's sort of like solidarity in a lot of ways. You know, he sees his Olaf getting hurt. He's like, do you know what? I'll get hurt too. I feel like taking some of this abuse as well. Alright. Yeah. Obviously we're just miles ahead of this guy. We're gonna build as much AD as we can to try and take advantage of the fact that this guy has nothing to do. Yeah. So this is one thing he can try. He's trying to proxy. Yeah. This is gonna go terribly. I have more stats than him. And I also have Ignite. So we just kill him again. And he can't get away because I have stormraiders. But I think he's dead either way, no matter what rune I take here. I'm not sure there needs to be much more said about this. I mean, he tried to fight me level 1. That just... Look, okay, I understand that Olaf wins level 1 against a lot of champions, but... yeah. I do have Ignite. I have an early game setup. It's very hard for him to play into. If you're wondering what he should do in this situation, probably the best suggestion for me is to press yes on his surrender vote when it comes up. Because genuinely, there is nothing he can do from this point. In fact, the entire game is already ended. Because of this. If this ever happens to you on Illaoi, it's the same. If you do this, if you go 0-3 like this, probably the game is over depending on the top laner you play against. You just can't do this. Obviously he goes in proxies, I'm obviously well aware that he's gonna try and proxy. This is interesting, what happens here. This is like really weird. Basically, I just get him off the minions, but my jungler still wants to fight him. And I just ignore this, I don't give a shit. And my jungler is not happy about that, he doesn't like the fact that I ignored what was happening. But from my perspective, this guy's just missing a bunch of minions. Probably I could have come here. I just didn't want to bother, I just wanted him to lose even more creeps. But there's probably an argument for not doing this. It doesn't really matter to me, to be honest. I mean, these creeps and EXP are worth more than the kills either way, actually. So, I don't really care. This is basically like, relatively 600 gold is a lot more, in theory, a lot more value. But the thing is, this Olaf already missed so much everything. He's just gonna be so unbelievably useless if he doesn't get these waves. So, I mean, it's their fault for trying to fight a guy who's obviously able to get away. He can just walk away in that situation. If I come. I know he did actually decide to go in on the Wukong, but... So my mentality here is, whatever, I mean, I'm still getting a huge lead from this, so I don't care. And because he doesn't have any stats, it doesn't matter if I miss E. Obviously, if the lane was more even and you miss E in front of him, that's like, oh, well, you know, he can go trade or whatever, but it's just not happening. He's never winning anything. This is maybe a bit preemptive from me. I maybe shouldn't have ulted straight away. Maybe I just ulted because I wanted to get it back. That's probably why. I think he's probably trying to get another proxy here. That's basically all he's ever looking for. I could have, if I'd hit my Q here, he's probably dead, but I didn't hit it. He's dead because I've got the stormraider surge proc and I've got ignite, so he would just die. And here I just push in. He can't even stay on the turret. This is just unbelievable for him. I think, yeah, he skips a wave there. So this is an interesting thing to do. If you're ever just this unbelievably behind as he is, he skips the wave, which is perfectly reasonable, I think. It's probably even the right thing to do. He skips a wave and goes to proxy, so he misses an entire wave, but from his perspective, he's at least getting some CS. Whereas he would basically just be dying if he was top, which is fine. Yeah. I go in proxy too because I know this Olaf is getting cleaned up, so I just want to clear the wave as soon as possible to get back on the map. Yeah, so the Olaf gets cleaned up, but my Yeah, my Wukong makes a mistake here. We ping, I think, yeah, we ping him off to walk away from us. But he's just tilted, so he runs in and basically dies again. It's really dumb. I don't know why he did this. He starts pinging me. It's not it's not my fault that he did that. Oh yeah, so we're just trying to cut him here. We wait until he's right on top of us. He's not, I don't think he's even looking, but this is probably just the optimal way to damage him as much as possible. We wrap back around to stop him from holding the wave here, which makes it easier for him to get the CS if he holds the wave. Yeah. He's having a great time, by the way. He's really enjoying this, I can tell. This looks really fun. I don't know what they're trying to do. Like, I am level 10. What are you attempting here? What is this? Like, what is... It's just ridiculous! You can't possibly think this is ever gonna work. Yeah, we get the Ignite off, so we just kill him for free. Honestly, the amount of kills I get just from having Ignite in the lanes where I actually take it, which is most lanes, are just crazy. Like, you will, when you play Grasp, you will be sitting there thinking, oh, I just wish one more tentacle had hit it. But then Ignite is just that one more tentacle every single time. Like, the amount of snowballing you can do with Ignite as Illaoi is unbelievable. Genuinely, it's such a strong rune. One other interesting thing you can do with Ignite is, let's say you take Sundered Sky, which I know is getting nerfed next patch, so it won't be as good, but if you take Sundered Sky with Ignite, if the ADC tries to like 1v1 when you, for example, the ADC thinks he's strong, he tries to 1v1 you, you can just W Ignite him, and all of a sudden you probably have an instant proc anyway with of Stormraiders anyway, but you will definitely have a proc with Ignite, and also Ignite is guaranteed damage, he can't lifesteal, and he's probably gonna die. Especially if you have a slow, for example, like Respawn, but... yeah. It's kind of an interesting thing, Illaoi doesn't really have upfront damage, so things like Sundered Sky and Ignite just add a lot of guaranteed upfront damage. Well, Ignite isn't really upfront damage, but yeah. Yeah. I could have TP'd to the fight, but I don't give a shit about that. I just want to get as strong as possible. I also don't have ult, so my impact in a fight is going to be kind of limited. Yeah, my team loses. I literally, it doesn't hurt me. The game is just unbelievably unplayable for them. They don't have a top laner, so it's not really that much of an issue that we lose a fight. Yeah, look at these trades. I didn't hit E. I didn't hit E on this guy. This is my E after the fact. All of my damage here is upfront. I have Sheen, I have Sundered Sky. I'm just hitting him with upfront damage, just an unbelievable amount, without even hitting anything, really. I mean, I hit my Q, but... my E is not even my most important ability in this build. It's probably my Q or my W. I mean, it's probably my W, to be fair, but Q is very important as well. And you basically, in a lot, when you're this far ahead as well, but in a lot of lanes as well, even when you're not ahead, you just hold E. And then at the last possible second, when they definitely need to just run back to their turret or whatever, you can throw E. And all of a sudden they're just completely out of the lane. Yeah, Illaoi is not really an E first champion, I'm not saying you never do that, but like, yeah. Oh, thank you, Celine. You stopped him from being 4 levels down. Wow, you're such a trooper. This is not like, I'm not smurfing on this guy, by the way. This is the same elo. In fact, he's 500 LP above me. He doesn't feel like it, right? But that's because my runes are just amazing. I don't know what to say. They're just like the best runes you possibly play. It's the best runes with the best items. That's it. There's nothing else to say. If you don't play these runes, I think you're losing LP. It's just, I mean, even the grass players, even the grass players could get higher with these runes, I think. I know they're like, they're not particularly skilled players, but they could definitely get higher. Once they get used to the grass, how the laning phases differ, like there are some lanes that are harder if you don't take grass. But once you get used to it, just go stormraiders Surge. It's the best rune on Illaoi. It's like not even close, in my opinion. Yeah. It might seem like the game's a bit playable for them because their team is getting some kills or whatever, but then you have to have a look at the levels in this game. That's probably the important thing, like the gold is not huge here. Yeah, what are they gonna do? I'm just one-shotting. Oh my god, does he die here? I don't think he does. Yeah, he doesn't die because it's a slow tentacle or something. It doesn't. It's not quite like it's not a fast tentacle. I have to run miles away. But you see this? I wanted to escape here, right? Look at the distance I make on Illaoi with this 4-second movement speed. I move all the way back up the lane. They could never even come close to catching me unless they'd wrapped around. Like I was under their turret and I'm just completely out. Why would you ever take grasp? There's just no reason to take this route. It's so useless. Like, it's really good against Yorick and stuff like that, but it's so bad. Just take Stormraiders Surge. Actually play a real champion. You know, every single game, if you play in high elo, you'll watch like Talon and champions like that just run everywhere. They're all over the map. They take Stormraiders Surge. You just can't get away from them. And if they are strong, they will own the map. But Illaoi has that potential. Illaoi can proc Stormraider Surge unbelievably easily. She can just run wherever she wants, as long as you have the ability to play the rune in lane. If you can't play the rune in lane, just don't take it. Anyway, that's my Stormraider Surge run. So what I'm doing here is just continuing to generate a lead, knowing full well that everything else that happens on the map basically doesn't matter unless one of their players gets really, really fed. And as far as from my position here, I don't see any of them getting very fed, so I don't care. Yeah, probably more optimal here is to lead with W and Q. As you can see, the W does a lot of damage. I don't know why he's trying to find me ever. It's just very odd behavior from him. The other thing I'll mention, although I don't usually talk about this, is that my runes have the ADC sustain rune in them. Which always keeps me topped up. Especially when I'm, like, gonna carry. I basically sustain off every single wave, so... It's pretty good, honestly. It's probably better than the haste. Because the haste is only basic ability haste, and who cares about that, right? It's whether you hit your E or not. That's the most important thing. Oh, you're gonna kill me? You're gonna ghost on me and kill me? That's definitely gonna happen. Good one. I mean, come on. I'm sorry, you're taking grasp? You're gonna take grasp for the fucking undying? When Illaoi can do this? Is this a joke? Like, I'm sorry. You can take grasp if you want. You can take grasp, absolutely. Or you can play a real champion. It's your choice. Okay, I'm gonna end the video here because I'm literally just sitting here talking about how unbelievably strong Stormraider Surges. Just take Stormraider Surge. It makes so many lanes easier. It makes Olaf easier, Darius easier, Tryndamere is easier with Stormraider Surge, Swain is so unbelievably easy with Stormraider Surge. There's a lot of lanes. Yone is, I think the last Yone who played against me with like 0-10. There are so many lanes that are really easy with this rune. There are lanes where it's difficult. I don't think it's that good against Yorick. But like, probably about 80% of 80% of lanes are easier with Stormraider Surge, and then there's some edge cases where I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, this is the best rune. I've never been this high elo. I've never been this high elo as I am on this patch. I think I climbed on this account. I climbed 900 LP in a month or something, maybe even less. Like, yeah, just take Stormraider Surge. That's it. That's the message of this video. Okay, bye.